Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're out 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Great 4th. Let's make it a great week. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To begin, a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key in a lock, a match that fits. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 89, NASDAQ up 5, S&P's up 6, gold contract up $21, trading at $1,234. You're going to like that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Silver up 32 cents, trading at $19.05 an ounce. Platinum up 35 bucks at $1,360 an ounce. Copper up 3 pennies at $3.11 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $102.83. Bonds up 27 ticks, trading out at $133.16. King dollar down 269 ticks at 84.42. Euro up 44, trading at 128.73, and the yen is at 100.99. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? We are at 1638. And what are we doing? You're coming into the downdraft that was out there from the 19th. Well, first off, we take a look at this cash S&P. Cash S&P, first leg, tie number 1, 1697. Come down from 1697, you get down to 1560. You come back up. What we did out here today, we did 730 million. Now, you're going into 2 different days out here. You're going into the 19th and the 20th. You got over the 20th, which was the 1624 level. That had 2 billion shares. We did 730. You're still coming into the downdraft from the 19th with 760. So, what does it mean? Well, you get 2 different things here. You're actually coming into the first downdraft from the 23rd of May also. Now, what I expect you're going to see here is that you can get the high again tested today. This has been the testing procedure. Totally made sense last week. Makes sense today. Why? Well, what you have, the week will really start tomorrow, folks. That's what it really comes down to. The volume's still anemic today. We'll see what they can get going tomorrow. We go over to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow. This is what we have with the Dow Industrials. Dow get up to up 88 bucks. You're coming right into the 19th and 20th, as well as coming into the first downdraft that was established out there on the 21st of May. That's where we sat up right now. NASDAQ Composite. Now, the Composite is the weakest of the indices when we take a look at the S&P, the Dow Industrials, the Russell. NASDAQ is the weakest out here. What we have with the Composite is this. She's up 5 bucks. When I say well, here, we'll show you how this strikes out. So, Composite's at 34.84. The Composite just got over the 19th, closed under the 19th, and this is where it comes in. So the Composite, folks, did 1.5 billion. The 1.5 is going into 1.7 from the 19th, as well as got over the 20th, which was the 2.9. But you can see it absolutely should have been able to get at least to the 1.7. And that's where the correlation comes in. It's also coming right into the downdraft that was the 22nd. The NDX 100, we take a look at the 3 Qs, which you have inside the NDX 100 out here today. This is really intriguing. The reason being, the NDX 100 was only up 7 pennies. Now, in that context, inside the NDX 100, this is what you had. And it was putting big juice into it, but there were so many stocks that were down inside the NDX 100, it couldn't get any juice. You had Priceline, folks, was up 33 bucks. With some action in it. Netflix was up 8 bucks. Forget Dell and Sirius Satellite. But Priceline on itself, that was putting real fuel into the NDX 100. It got over highs, has the volume, has a lot of things going for it in a big way. In fact, there could be a large ABC structure on the way. Let's see, 847. Yeah, it's a large ABC structure on the way up. It's a monster too, actually. So here it is. 847 is your B. Your A is 678. So you get what, $1.60. Man, that's 870 930. It's a big number. That's the bottom line. So what do we have out here? So the Index 100, bottom line, is the weakest indice. We go into the Russell 2000. What you have with the Russell is this. Russell did 30 million shares today, got to a price point of 100.44, failed. Okay, this is kind of neat, okay, because what the Russell loves to do is this. The Russell actually, most of the time, when it gets over highs, it likes to do a 1.27 expansion. All it did today is that it got over that high of 100.38 from the highs, the first high that was established on the 27th of May, failed, 22nd of May rather, failed at the 30 million shares versus 68, couldn't handle that higher price. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Let's go to the world of gold. What do we have with gold contract out here? Okay, so what gold has done is this. She's up $22 today. The contract itself needs a nice sign of strength. I absolutely loved what it did last Friday. What it did last Friday is this. So your serious low in gold is 1179 on this contract. We did 309,000 contracts at that low. On Friday, nice little day, smokes down, but guess what? It only did 227,000 contracts. So what gold's going to need now is a sign of strength. What we did have is that you had a small sign of strength this past Friday in the XAU, in the HUI. Not Friday. No, not Friday. I'm sorry, one second. The test was on Friday, and it was a nice test. If we look at the XAU came down with 27 million shares. That was going into 68 million. What you do have, there's a slight divergence inside the XAU and the HUI. And what it is specifically is that the HUI is much stronger than the XAU. Now, that's good because of the fact that inside the HUI, you cannot sell forward as much gold and or silver as you can in the XAU. There's no restrictions when the equities are in the XAU. There are restrictions in the HUI. So what that's telling me is that the XAU equities may again be not only pushing some of that onto the marketplace. The last time they did that, they absolutely got smoked. But what it's saying is that more than likely these metals have, the actual physical metal has more than likely bottomed. I suspect you're going to get a spike into it, but I think that's about it. The dollar index. Okay, so check out the dollar, because this is where it's going to get wild, because the dollar, no doubt, wants to run into 89. You had the expansion up, and we're at 84.42 right now. Wide price spread, accelerated volume. You come into the last highs out here of 84.73. We hit 84.83 today. You launch that baby, you're going to see an $89. Now, of course, an $89 is going to put pressure, continuous pressure on the metals, but I expect what you're going to see here is that it's going to be wild if it plays out like this, because that dollar move, folks, started over 2 years ago, and it's going to be a 100% movable move. It will get up there, and then it's going to have to build cause for another year, particularly about that long. Bonds. Let's go over to the bond market, because we have bonds out here. Bonds have been going one way and one way only. We're at 133.16 on the 30-year bond right now. That has been coming down from 148. What you do have is that the bond market has come into the breakout area when we bring this baby back. And it hasn't got to the bottom of the breakout area yet, by the way. That breakout area was from August of 2011. The bottom of that breakout area was 127. What we've done today is we've gone back inside. Anytime you got over 133.04, which we did, we got to a low out here last week of 132.02, you come back inside it, we'll see if we can get some strength. It hasn't gone down to the bottom of it yet, and that's a normal occurrence, you know, when you break topside like we have. What that's telling me is that, guess what? Bonds have seen the last of the downdraft that we're in right now. 10-year note right now is at 2.63, and no doubt that was a fast expansion on the way up. We'll see how that shakes out. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We had the Dow up 88, NASDAQ up 5, S&P's up 8. We're going to be right back.